Hi there. So if you're watching this video, you ordered some Mascara Beauty makeup and you probably received it by now. So I wanted to go over some troubleshooting. I think troubleshooting is the wrong word, but just it's probably unlike any makeup that you used before. Most of us use makeup. Not very many of us have been using a cream-based makeup. So the first thing you need to do, if it's hot outside and your product's been in the mailbox for a while, make sure that you get them out. You lay them on a flat surface to cool down completely before you take the tin off. Because if they're cream, so if it's been super hot, they're gonna be melty and we don't wanna spill your product and waste it before you even get a chance to try it on. The heat does not affect the product whatsoever. They're made in a heat process to begin with. So heat on cream, no problem. Just, we don't want you to spill it. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your compact, you're gonna open it up. This is a quad, so it will fit 4, and you will put your product in here. So I just have a couple things that I just got in the mail today. Let's see here. For some reason I don't have a highlighter on me, but that's okay. So when you open it, you can see it opens from one end. What you want to try to do is hold it from the sides and push it out. If you push down here too much, or you do what I did when I first got it like this, I ended up sticking my finger in my product. Fine, but still not cool. So you have your product, hold it at the sides, push forward with your thumb. If it's still not coming out, put a piece of tape on the bottom and then pull it out that way. So you open this. This is a lip and cheek called Desert Sunset. Very sheer on the lips. I have some Sandstone and Desert Sunset on and Desert Sunset on my cheeks. And you put it in your compact. You would put it in the order you're going to use them. So I like to do mine highlight first, but for some reason I didn't bring a highlight. Contour second, because I would do highlight. Then I would do my contour. Then I would do my lips and cheeks. And then after that, last I would do my illuminator. So we're gonna open these up. This one's walnut for very, very, very fair-skinned ladies. You hold it on the sides and you push with your thumb. Out it pops and you can just pull it out. These are super cute, the tins. I'll show you a trick here. So now you have these tins, you can recycle them or you can keep them and then you do fun things with the actual tins when they're done. Let's say you have a compact that has 4 and it's full and it's hard for you to dig them out. Use the lid to wedge in between and then just pop them out. So if you can't get your fingers in there, you just use the lid to pop them out. So save at least one of them because you're gonna use it later. And then we have our illuminator. Again, hold it at the side, push out with your thumb. Some of them are a little harder, right? So this one is gonna give me trouble, but we got it. This one's glow, so cute. That would be my last step. So, all in my compact, right? I should have a highlight here. This is what an eyeshadow looks like. Same thing. This pretty color here is Tawanda. I'm wearing that and Goldie illuminator on my eyes. So you just pop it right in there, like that. If it doesn't quite fit in, turn the eyeshadow around and it should pop right in. It's not a perfect square, so there we go. Now that you have your compact, you can use this to do your makeup. What I recommend, however, is if you have 2 layers, or even if you have 2 small compact, keep all your powders separate from your creams, because you don't want powder to go in your cream because it's gonna lose its effect. It's not gonna be a massive problem if a little bit gets in there, but I mean, if you have this for 6 months and every time you use eyeshadow, you get some into your illuminator, it's not gonna have the same creamy effect. If you can't do that and you want to have your powder here, make sure you tilt your compact so that when you use it, any powder that is extra and falls down and out of the compact instead of into your creams. So hopefully that makes sense. So instead of using it flat, tilt it a little bit, get your powder, and it won't go in the creams. Now, once you have your tins in there, I have a ton of instructional videos on my beauty group, Maskcara Beauty, on Facebook that you can review. If you have specific questions, you can always send me a message as well for troubleshooting. If you can't quite figure out what you're doing wrong, but you know that it's not quite right, I'm gonna be here for you always. Give me at least a day to get back to you. When you get your beautiful box, if you order a bigger order at once, you're gonna get a larger box. There's gonna be a lot of crinkle paper in there. Get all the crinkle paper out and make sure you have no tins that are left behind in your box because they are small and pretty. You wanna dig through the crinkle paper. Let's see here. It's if you have a larger compact and you have a couple of like say you have a double decker and you have some free space here, it's magnetic, so it'll basically hold whatever you want that's magnetic. If you're a bobby pin kind of girl, I've seen some people have the bobby pins in here, or pennies, or a couple quarters. I don't know that I would want my makeup and my quarters in the same compact, especially with what's going on with the world recently, but it is magnetic, so even if it's a non-mascara product, if it has a metal base, you can stick it in the compact as long as you can close the lid. Okay, I have a different video reviewing all of the brushes. I really recommend you take a look at that if you have questions about which one you should get. It's hard to say, when people say, well, which brush should I get? I can't give you an exact answer because it really depends on what you want to do and the results that you want to get. The 30-second hack brush is a great workhorse and a starter brush. My favorite for blending and to use bronzer is the blush and bronzer brush. Those are my, my initial recommendations, but reach out to me and I can tell you what's specifically good for you. If you don't like the color that you got, or you're noticing that as you apply it, your skin looks very textured, but in a bad way, like your pores are enhanced, or it's looking very yellow, or if your skin looks ashy, it's not the makeup, it's me recommending the wrong color for you. 95% of the time. It's not the product, it's me. But keep in mind that your face is a canvas, so regardless of what makeup you put on it, skincare is routine number one. What a lot of people are noticing is, especially if you use makeup frequently, their skin will, with mascara, need to, what's the word, they will need to get used to the new makeup. Liquid foundations and powder foundations are very drying. They kind of like absorb your skin, and your skin will feel like it needs to overcompensate by producing extra oil to try to moisturize itself based on the makeup. It can take several weeks, up to 6 weeks, for your skin to get used to a new routine. So if you find yourself that all of a sudden you start wearing mascara and you love it, and then like a couple days later your skin is like crazy oily, that's just your skin basically trying to readjust, and it's gonna eventually notice that it doesn't have to produce that much oil anymore to stay moisturized because the cream-based makeup doesn't dry you out. So those are a couple troubleshooting. So if you feel anything like that and you're scared or you're annoyed, you can let me know as well. Another thing that I remember learning as a new customer to mascara is I had to really learn how to stop treating it like traditional makeup, such as foundation or anything. I was using an old Christian Dior eyeshadow the other day, and it's like a light pink, and I kept digging and digging with the brush and applying it more and more, and I felt like barely any pigment got on my eyes. The mascara products are very pigmented, so you're gonna need a lot less, especially with some of the darker eyeshadows like Trust and Oak and the brown ones. You know, I was digging in there, and oh my goodness, I had so much, I didn't even know what to do with the eyeshadow. It was so dark. but it's very forgiving, especially the cream. Obviously, a lot of the eyeshadows are powder, but just remember, less is more. Personally, I felt in the beginning a little clammy. I felt like, again, it took some getting used to, right? You're used to if you put powder on or bare minerals or something like that, your skin's gonna have this dry makeup feel. This feels like you have a lotion on, right? But it's in the end, it's your skin. Like if I do this, I don't get makeup on my hand. It doesn't transfer off. Obviously, if I rub my face on my shirt, I'm gonna get makeup on my shirt. You're gonna get that with almost any makeup. But as I learned how to apply it and how to use my brushes, and I was playing around with it, really the less makeup I put on, the better my skin looks and the better my skin feels, especially in the warmer months. So it's gonna take a little playing around as you find your contour lines and how much makeup to apply and how to buff it and blend it and things like that. Cream makeup needs to be set. So that does not mean that you need to put powder over the whole beautiful face. The point is, like, powder mattifies your face. Your skin is not matte. Like, look at anywhere on your body, it doesn't have that non-glossy look that powder gives you. So if you are an oily, like very oily skin girl, reach out to me. I have completely different instructions for you. Pardon me, I have a hair in my mouth. But you want to set your cream-based makeup with a translucent setting powder, or you can use both. Nobody says you can't use both. A setting spray. I love the setting spray because I feel like it sets my makeup. It doesn't feel like anything, and it doesn't give me that matte look. But I do apply powder in my typically oily zones, so I do it under my eyes, right around the nostril area right here, top of my chin, like right here. I don't even go all the way out, like right there, and then between my brows right here. That's where I set it with powder, and you have to press the powder in. Don't swipe the powder in, okay? The vanilla dust powder is fantastic, and basically where the oily zones are is where you would use a brightener, which is the vanilla dust is nice because it does have a little bit of a brighter color, but that's not a good powder to, for example, bake your makeup in with if you're an oily girl, because it does have a color in it. But any powder is good. I like NYX. You can get it on Amazon for $6. You probably have your own favorite one. Sunscreen, important. The makeup does not have any sunscreen in it, so make sure that you apply some sort of a sunscreen. I've bought some Hawaiian Tropic and other mists. I've also bought setting spray with sunscreen in it. They might have a different feel than a traditional setting spray, so just keep that in mind though when you go outside, so that you stay safe and protect your sensitive skin from the sun in general. When applying sunscreen, I have some favorites, so I'm probably going to put a post on my page at some point telling you which sunscreens are nice for setting under makeup. But let it, any lotion you put on in the morning, let it absorb fully before you put your makeup on it. Okay, if you put your makeup on right after you put your lotion on, it's not going to stay in place. It's going to slide around as you make expressions. You yell at your kids, you smile at your husband, you know, you talk to friends, things like that. Your makeup is going to move, but it's going to move worse and completely out of place if you have a lotion, if you set it right over a lotion, or if you use a primer. I am an anti-primer girl when it comes to cream makeup. What I typically do in the morning is I tone, I put on a serum, and then I put on, in the summer months, or an SPF. I like Perlis or Kula or something like that, SPF 30. In the wintertime, I use a BB cream. And then as I set that on, then I'll brush my teeth, I'll go to the bathroom, I get dressed, and now it's been 5-6 minutes since I put my lotion on, and it's pretty much absorbed, and you can do your makeup. So no need to rush into it. You can just switch the order around. Let's see here. If, by the way, you're a normal skinned girl, like not one of those abnormally oily skins, and you're noticing your skin is all of a sudden getting very oily, that is usually actually a sign that your skin is trying to overcompensate by producing oil because it's dry. So try moisturizing, try doing a facial scrub or a peel, something like that to kind of get the dead skin cells off. It helps the moisture absorb better. But if you all of a sudden get very oily skin, it's probably because your skin feels not moisturized enough. Let's see, in the beginning, so we talked about getting used to the makeup, how it feels, how to apply it, and also letting your skin get used to it. I know that we have some crazy times going on and we're not leaving the house a lot. There's not much reason to wear makeup. I got into this makeup recently, especially when I couldn't leave the house, because I am finding myself, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm finding myself doing even more for everybody between homeschooling and nobody leaving. There's dishes constantly. I needed something for me. It's not like I could go out to the gym. It's not like I could meet my girlfriends for coffee. I could day drink by myself, but I mean, that's not a hobby you want to support for too long. So I got into makeup. I was like, I can take 5 minutes and just close the bathroom door. I can throw on my makeup and I can feel good about myself. That 5 minutes is enough for me. It's given me a new purpose, but you're gonna wanna apply your makeup on a daily basis once you get it for at least a full week, because A, you get to practice, and B, it allows your skin to get used to the new makeup and it can stop overproducing and overcompensating if it's oilier. Let's see here. I have all these notes for you guys. I don't want to miss anything, but I think that's pretty much it. I have a little girl knocking on the door. I don't know what she wants, but everybody always wants a piece of mommy, right? If you have questions, please, I sincerely hope you aren't holding back. Reach out to me, ask me questions, ask your friends. I would love to hear your feedback in general, reviews, anything like that. And if you're brave enough, please post a before and after picture on my beauty group. It's just for girls, so it'll be safe amongst a happy crowd. But I am glad you're part of the Maskcara family. Welcome, and let's have some fun together.